Woo!
Woo! Oh, Holden, nice tie, guy. What else you got on? Got this
Hey man,
tie?
thanks.
Gosh, you clean up good, I tell you.
Thanks,
If
brother.
if
I felt
only,
like sporting a tie today.
dude, that's fun.
Just just felt right.
That's when you're right, you're right. That's what I always say. Dang,
And
that's
cracking a nice
nice.
cold Bud Light next.
Dude, Morgan loves Bud Light Necks. They're one of her favorites. It's great pool beer for the summer.
It's nice and crisp.
It's super
And
crisp.
it's just, 80 cows.
Dude, the branding, it works. Sold me. I'm a big Necks
Slim,
guy.
slim can too.
That's like a little slim can. It really does feel different.
Did you get a haircut?
I did, dude. Thanks for noticing.
You're welcome. Looks good. Nice slick back look.
Yeah, I
Very nice.
appreciate
Very
it.
fine.
Try to look a little professional. Although, when I come back home for Christmas, I'm still going to Razor Ray down at Refuge for Men. Shout out Razor Ray. That's a free plug.
Shout out.
That's not even an endorsement. That's just, you need your haircut in Richmond, Virginia. He'll do you right. He'll do you
Bingo.
right. He's the man. Only place I would ever go to. But that's sick, man. So, Holden, tell me about this Commanders game, man. Everyone's been talking about it. Yes, and your sister, the big tie.
Dude, it was weird, man. You go up 10-0, you're feeling really good, and then out of nowhere, they come back. It was a tie at half, a tie at the end of the game, and it ended in a tie. It was really weird. Just momentum shifting both ways.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say, there were a lot of plays that Taylor made some throws where I'm just like, this is why it's the roller coaster that is Taylor Heineke. But there were also a lot of plays that kept you alive, and you're like, this is why he's fun to watch. But it was stressful, and as Ron Rivera said, it didn't hurt us. So, ultimately, a loss there really would have put us in a bad spot.
Yeah.
This doesn't really hurt, and getting a week's worth of rest, getting some key guys back for a huge matchup in 2 weeks on Sunday Night Football. Flexed. So it's going to be huge. Playoff opportunity for us, playoff game, potentially just
1,000%.
an early playoff game. So yeah, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait, but it's also really nerve-wracking at the same time.
No, absolutely. Okay, I got like a few things here. Just kind of rattle off you, the inner journalist in me. Okay, I finally have found out like the old NFL comparison for Taylor Heineke. You're talking about that roller coaster. Reminds me of when Ryan Fitzpatrick was with the Bills. That's who I think he is. I think he's truly the personification of a guy who can come in, win you a couple games. Just not the franchise. There are going to be some games where that gunslinger's going to take over and it's going to do more harm than good. But there's going to be other times he's going to spark you like no one else. So, number two, what do you think the odds were on a sports book of tie at half, tie at end of game, tie of overtime? Do you think they ever offer that?
I don't think they even offer that. I think a tie at half and a tie at the end of the game would have been like plus 50,000 or something, like 25. It would have been a ton. I think
like start sprinkling on that week to week or next season.
That's probably way too much. I don't even know if they offer that in sports books. I don't know. It was a lot. I actually did see a ticket out there that somebody had Washington tie and a Bengals Chiefs tie.
City. And I saw that as well.
It was a really close ticket. It was like $5 with like 18 G's, and I was like, that's the cash out was like $400. So it was obviously like a screw up. Yeah, the cash out option after our game was like, you kind of got to let it ride at that point. But
nah, I'd take the cash out, man. If you only put like $5 down, you get like
$5, 400. Yeah, it's not a bad. It's very good.
It's almost good as that bet you had on UNC this past year for the tourney. That was a good one. That was a classic one. For the folks at home who don't know, this is our basketball segment. Whoa. Holden put a bet on his UNC Tar Heels to make it to the big dance and win it. And sure enough, they almost did. And he had quite the cash out. It was phenomenal.
I did. It was. I think it got up to about $700 off a $10 little. I said Chipotle money at plus 10,000. I said this team gets hot. They're an 8 seed. This team's going to get hot right when they need to, and they did. But then at halftime, I did hedge, and I took Kansas money line plus 250. Oof. And sad day for the Tar Heels, but a good day for my bank account, baby.
Amen.
You just got to do it.
Dude, we'll take that. We'll take that. That helps the loss for sure. Third thing, I thought we were talking about ties earlier in the season because I know we had one with the Colts and Titans. I don't think that's right.
Yeah, it was week 1. Yeah, it was week 1. Colts, not the Texans.
That's
Texans
who it was.
Colts.
That's who it was. Thank you. And I think we were talking about how, like you even said, as a Washington fan, you have one every like 3 years, it seems like. Like Washington and Cincinnati over the past decade, 20 years have been the teams that have tied the most, at least in our memory.
Yep, that's true.
So,
I think we had one in 2016. It was the London game, which people were saying that London game was weird because it's a London game. It's a international game. So those are always kind of weird in general. But this one was weird too because both these teams kind of have similar identities in a weird way. I think we have way more weapons, which is what pisses me off.
Yeah, that making me mad
it's
too.
like you run the ball, you've got a physical defense, but we just have so many more weapons, which is why I was frustrated because it's like, man, like, yeah, it's frustrating.
2 more questions.
Give him 2 weeks.
I got a lot on this game.
No.
All right. When are we seeing Chase Young back? I thought he was going to play this week. We thought we were going to play last week. When do you let the beast loose?
I think you officially let the beast loose this week. Well, not this week. Give him 1 more week of bye week, and then the 18th Sunday night. I do think we'll see him. If we don't see him, I'd be shocked. But I've said that every week. I mean, I thought he was going to return,
like 3 months ago.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying, but it's like they're monitoring it so closely. And I think because Washington has a history of rushing things and trying to get a guy back, the D-line's still playing well.
Absolutely.
You just don't want to just rush him just because. And I think this is a good opportunity for him to get into the mix and just, with the next 4 weeks left to play after this bye week, get him revved up, and hopefully you're talking playoffs when he can go full speed and really unleash.
I was just wondering if you could have him on a snap count, just be like, hey, we're 100%, but like, let's not rush too bad because you have so much depth at that D line. It's like you're not getting pressure without him. But I'm just imagining if you do have him, we can compare it to another really strong defensive team, the San Francisco 49ers. And it's just like how much of a difference that'll make to y'all. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I was going to FaceTime from Morgan. Damn it.
Oh, jeez.
The pod's going on. Here, we'll just answer it anyway. And just, hey, I'm doing the pod right now.
Okay, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Bye-bye.
Cool. That's how it's done, folks. I should have had her on. No. But she's on
Call her back.
No.
Call her back. Give her a quick shout out.
Nah, she'll hear this on the pod. She's a loyal listener, amongst many other things.
Shout out.
But yeah, I think he almost put up I think that would just be such a difference maker. He would have been a difference maker this game. I can only imagine. And what was kind of going through your head in overtime? Because it's rare. Ties are so rare, especially in the NFL. Well, I mean, it's the only form of football that those happen. But it seemed like neither team was willing to risk it to win. Neither team went for it on 4th and short.
Correct. I think both teams were not extremely confident, just given the way the game played out. Neither team was confident in their quarterback making that throw, especially when you're backed up in your own territory. You don't want to risk making one of those throws, getting a turnover at the 50, and then that being basically one play and your kicker's in field goal range. Like you just don't want to risk that. And both teams, I felt like, were just scared because there was so much on the line. I actually was a little nervous that Ron Rivera would actually, once we tied it, from Jahan Dotson's awesome little juke, spin move. I thought maybe there was a little bit in his head saying, let's go for the win here and just go for 2. But I was like, there's too much on the line. Yeah. And I feel like Ron and everybody, they might not say it, but I feel like they were like playing, both teams were kind of like, hey, look, if we tie here, it's okay. Because obviously the game's not going the way either one really wanted it to. Yeah. So there's just too much inconsistency to where you're like, you really weren't firing on all cylinders on either side of the ball. Agreed. So it's like, playing for the tie, just let it be a tie and then get it in 2 weeks. And maybe offense is just flying in 2 weeks. And you say, hey, we're going to go for it, or we're going to do this. And you're going to have the confidence. I just don't think either team had confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree. I think it's just something that's so rare, especially in division games. It's like they almost looked across, like looking at a mirror. We're in the same situation. We're seeing each other in 2 weeks. It's like, it would be great if we get a win here, but it's even worse if we get a loss. And like, interesting how that works out. And like, I hate how everyone hates a tie. I've said it before here on the show. I like a tie. Granted, I'm so
I don't
glad
mind
it
it,
never happens to my team, but it's something that's just special. You don't get that feeling in other sports. Like, I love the
but it
college
doesn't make you
football
feel bad.
overtime.
Like it doesn't
Yeah.
make you feel terrible. Like it's just weird. It's just a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
I mean, if you're a big NFL head, it's like you look at real old scores, it's like a tie used to be held in the same viewpoint as a big upset. Like, oh, whoa, we tied a team that was supposed to cream us. Like we were their level at least.
Hey,
So
it's like watching soccer, bro. Like watching this World Cup,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, actually,
Like watch it.
no.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's like when we tied against England in World Cup, which I can't believe we're talking soccer right now. So
Ew. This is gonna be the first and
screw
last time.
this. But we tied England, and everyone's like, "Yeah, let's go, we tied." We're like,
Ah!
"This was the stupidest thing I've ever watched." So
It's
it's
like I
weird,
just wasted
but
90 plus minutes of my life. Like it wasn't
I
even
mean,
like a two to
right?
two tie. It was a 0-0 tie. And
Zero,
like
zero.
so dumb, so incredibly dumb. Yeah, no, we're definitely. It's funny how people tell you like, oh no, soccer's a great sport, da 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 da, and then everyone's like, well, it ends in a tie, and then you talk about the NFL, and like one tie happens every like I don't know 5 years, and everyone loses their
Yeah,
mind. Like you got to change the rule. We can't have ties. Like totally different. We've talked about this enough. Thank you for letting me ask those questions. Always love getting your insight, into the head of the Washington football fan. Um, but so we're gonna talk about my game a little. First off, a little insight. Went down to the ACC championship this weekend. Heck of a ball game. You ever get a chance to see a game at Bank of American Stadium, home of the Panthers? Not a bad seat in the house. Phenomenal stadium. Really nice. Love the city. Beautiful city, Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, and that new kid, that true
Cade,
freshman,
whatever.
yeah, for Clemson, dude, he threw some beautiful balls. I was like, I don't know how
Oh,
you want to
dude,
start
I
this kid all
know.
day.
It
Like,
was sick. The one early where he just kind of like let it fly. I mean,
yeah.
just I don't know. I don't even. Shipley was the kid that caught it. I
Hmm.
mean, just almost a touchdown, right? Like
Yeah.
money in the basket. Dude tries to make a play, balls down on the one. I was like, dude, that was a sling. I mean, I saw it come off the dude's hand, and he just flicked it, and I was like, oh my god, that was a ball. It was a beautiful ball.
It was great to
Nothing
see.
better.
It was I love some in-person football, especially when it's high scoring and like that. It was phenomenal. Had a great time. But wait, recapping my game. So we
Sounds
obviously paid.
wonderful.
Oh, we played those Patriots, and I got to experience those sweet Patriots Twitter tears. I got to, them all complain. I love it. Oh, how the shoe is on the other foot. That was a sweet game. That was one of my best bets. Starting to get back on track here with bets, so that was good to get Bills win. Good to get our first division dub. That was sick. Everyone played really well, so Josh didn't make any mistakes, which is beautiful. That's kind of all we want to see. Really excited for this week's game. It's going to be huge. I mean, we're at that home
They all are
stretch,
now. Yeah.
and everything that we needed to happen outside of our division happened. It was beautiful to see. San Francisco won without Jimmy G against this Dolphins team that everyone can't stop talking about. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah,
Chiefs
since
lost.
Chiefs lost Cincinnati, dude, that's outside
First,
of that overtime win against us, the Chiefs haven't beaten the Bengals or the Bills in like 3 years.
yeah,
Isn't that
dude.
crazy
It's
to
like they
think
got their.
about?
It's really weird. And you guys are now first. Sit atop. You guys control everything. You are in the driver's seat for the road through Buffalo.
I
So
just want to see it. I want to see the AFC go through Buffalo. I think that alone, that's really special. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of special stuff
it's
that can
special,
happen.
and it's special and important. I mean, you get the extra week of rest, get your guys healthy, and it's harder to play these high intensity games at somebody else's stadium. It's
Yeah,
harder. So
especially when you have like a fan base that's as electric as Bills Mafia, and then like we're talking about the home game and everything. Like I don't know if you've already seen like our game against the Dolphins has already been flexed to Saturday prime time, and there's already a prediction for snow, freezing snow. It's just like to have that on your side. Same thing that happened with Aaron Rodgers and the Patriots, like or in the Packers forever. It's just like to have that and have a team from all the way Miami come up and have to experience that and play in that is beautiful, and another reason why I love football and I hate domes and all that stuff. But yeah, so I was hyped. It was a great weekend for me and the Bills. Great week to be a Bills fan for sure. But how about we get some picks, Holden?
I cap. Let's do it, baby.
Salute. And this is partially biased.
Biased.
The show
So
with
biased
biased
takes
takes from biased fans. Partially. Dude, that was perfect. Just like we rehearsed. Golly.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Dude, this first game is a doozy of a game. Are you hyped for playoff football?
Dude, yeah, it's actually like, it's kind of like gets my heart going and it gets my nerves going because it is scary being in this position where you're playing like very meaningful games.
Yes.
Mid-December. This is crazy.
Yes.
And it's uncharted territory for most Washington fans. I mean, it happens every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But it's not a consistent thing. It's not a consistent thing. So it's weird, and I'm excited. I'll put it that way. This is all I wanted. All I wanted was a chance. You go listen back to the tape, weeks 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
I just wanted a chance, baby. I just wanted a chance.
That's what every fan wants. Like, I know Aaron would probably say the same thing with Pittsburgh. Like, I just want a chance.
Just wants a chance, which that team, they're sneaking up on my, they're sneaking up.
Yeah,
they're sneaking up. And that whole division, or not division, that whole AFC, that wild card race is going to get kind of funky here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, sorry, I jumped
into
fine.
No, I
didn't. But it is crazy. It's just like all these teams. It's like anything can happen these next 4 weeks. 4 games is a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, I was texting you and Aaron about this team here that we're about to talk about earlier today or even last night. I was like, wait, this team can make the playoffs. I was like, this team could go on a run as a wild card.
Let's talk about it.
I'm talking about the Las Vegas Raiders, my boss's team, against the LA Rams. This Raiders team, like, I looked at their schedule. Okay, like they have the Patriots beatable. They get to play San Francisco, who no longer has Jimmy G. We don't know what that team looks like. I mean, the Rams, super beatable team this week.
Which was close game.
Chargers, or no, the Chiefs, who will be their last game of the season. So Chiefs might even rest players, and it's already a team that they played down to the wire. Like,
yep.
I really saw them potentially winning the next 4 out of the next 5 games. Like, and then you're talking, oh, that's 9 wins or like 10 wins potentially. It's like, that's a wild card, and that's insane. Because I don't know about you, but last week or the week before, I thought they were dead in the water.
I think everybody did. I mean, how could you not think they're dead in the water when you looked at the way that division was going? You looked at just the way the AFC was going.
Yeah.
But Davante Adams is just nasty, dude.
Dude,
he's just nasty. Josh Jacobs can run the ball.
I gotta start testing that man for some PEDs. He's unreal.
Dude, he's a beast. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is a team that I think we said the whole AFC West. We said this was a division where we thought every team could get in. Yeah. We did not think it would be like this. So
no.
To say that we're not, I mean, it's surprising given the start that they had.
Yes.
But I'm not surprised to see them in this spot, considering how talented they truly are.
It's almost kind of how it was last year.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, this is a team that was a playoff team last year.
It
was a playoff team last year.
Yep.
So, and they took the Bengals down to the wire as well. So
they did.
Adding Davante Adams. I mean, I don't know if Darren Waller ever is going to come back. From IR or anything like that. I'm not super knowledgeable right now on the injuries, Renfro and all that stuff. But either way, they're winning games with Davante Adams and Davante Adams alone. And I mean, he's a beast. And Josh Jacobs, obviously. But that's all they need right now. It's nasty.
It is.
Against a Rams team, which did take the Seahawks down to the wire, and I was a little bummed because need the Seahawks to lose.
I know you did.
And it was close, but it's okay. This Rams team is, they're on life support.
Yeah.
They're not – I don't think they're mathematically eliminated yet, but no Aaron Donald, no wide receivers.
Oh, Aaron Donald's out now.
Aaron Donald was out last week.
Oh,
and I still took the Rams. And I still took the Rams.
No, that's partially biased. That's partially biased,
but
baby.
It was close. It was close.
It was closer than I thought.
It was very close. I mean,
because that Seahawks team was so hot to start the season.
Exactly. So, I mean, it was close. But, I mean, yeah, you and I think both are in agreement. This Raiders team is very close to pulling off a magical run to sneak into the playoffs potentially.
Yeah, which would be absolutely insane. And it's good and another thing is like their defense showed up. I mean, Chandler Jones has been real quiet all year to my knowledge. That was lit. Max Crosby too for a little bit, and that's a lot of money on just those 2 bookend pass rushers. So it was good to see it work out. And just like, just keep it simple. Just like you have Devontae Adams, a top 3 wide receiver in this league. Just throw him the
Absolutely.
ball. Let him
Just throw
run
him
routes.
dude. That catch that he had, which whatever corner was on him, like it looked like he like swatted the ball. And
Yeah.
Devontae, it's just like in a basket, and it's just like it was nuts. I mean, it was just some of the plays that he makes are just. I mean, he's on pace right now for some filthy numbers. If you look at the stat sheet, it's crazy.
True. Yeah. Yeah. No,
Just
he's
feed
been
him.
doing some ridiculous stuff. At the same time, do you think they should be favored 6 points over this LA team that just pushed the Seahawks pretty far?
6 points. Weirdly, I don't know because I mean, again, this Rams team, I totally did not actually expect them to win this. I was so pumped watching like the end of that game, thinking like, oh my gosh, they just got a late TD with like a minute and a half left, and then Seahawks drove down. I'm like, oh my god, like, I mean, it was closer than I for sure thought. I thought the Seahawks were going to blow them out, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But the Rams put up a fight, and it was awesome because again, division game, all this. I think the Raiders have their way with this team. I think the Raiders have their way with this team. I do.
I'm tempted to bet it, but I think every time I would like the Raiders, they always seem to bite me in the butt, And Thursday
then stay away from
weird
it.
Night,
if that's the case,
staying away.
Stay away.
Staying away.
Yeah, stay away.
But that being said,
I do think the Raiders win for sure.
I'm on that too. I'm on the Raiders. I'm on this train. They're starting to get a little win streak together, some confidence, playing well, running the football, time possession, all that jazz. And this Rams team is just, they have seen some better days. They've seen better days indeed, my friend. But we're going back from that's still going to be an entertaining game,
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
yep.
But even to another super great game, there's a lot of good games this week. I think. I mean, just like I don't know, I don't want to be a broken record, but when you get this late in the season, it's just going to get better.
They're all good. They're all good.
Awesome.
You're hoping that there's all these matchups that could potentially mean something. Somebody could even play spoiler. There's so much seeding stuff coming into play right now, which is just that's what makes the back end of the season so much fun. So let's get it, baby.
I love it. Vikings Lions was a tough matchup to start the year, or like when they first played. They're playing in Detroit. Lions with a definitive win over Jags, not even close. They're looking good. And this Vikings team, I mean, they're good too, but they are beatable. So I need you to tell me who to pick here.
If I'm not mistaken, I swore I saw on a couple books that the Lions were actually favored by -1.5.
I don't get it. Can you explain that?
Dude,
is Kirk hurt? Is Jefferson hurt?
I have no idea. It's like it seems so fishy to me. I have no clue. I don't know why. I'm telling you, dude. This Lions team, if they had beat you guys, I think I said it. They would have started to scare me. Yeah. And then they come out and they win this game too.
Yeah.
If they beat the Vikings, they are very much in this play. If they won out somehow and they go 10-7, they are very much in this playoff conversation as a wild card team. And I don't want it. I'm comfortable with just having the Vikings at a number 2 spot, number 2 in the playoff, whatever. Yep. That's fine. I'm picking the Vikings because I'm partially biased. I think this Lions team could actually give this team a fight. It scares me a little bit, but I want the Vikings to win. They have the offense. Dude, DeAndre Swift's getting healthier every week.
I know.
They're getting their boy Jameson Williams is coming back. St. Brown. Is it St. Brown?
Yeah. No, he's a beast, man.
He's a freaking beast. Amante Brown. Thank you. He's a freaking beast. I mean, and I will say, TJ Hawkinson, revenge game.
Ooh,
TJ Hawkinson, revenge.
That's true.
TJ Hawkinson.
I forgot about that.
Is he gonna show him like, hey, you made a mistake here? Like, I don't know. And Justin Jefferson was kind of held to. I mean, I know he had a touchdown, and I know they won the game, but
he had a lot of receptions, but it wasn't a lot of yards.
Wasn't a lot of yards, and he had Sauce Gardner on him, so it was a tough day for him. But it's like Lions defense is not that great. So let's not get it twisted. Their offense is good, but their defense is not that great. So
yes, and like playing against an inconsistent Jags team will make your defense look better than it is, I would imagine. So
exactly,
I'm with you. I'm on the Vikings too. Kirk on 1 p.m. I'll take that. I think they'll find a way. Division game. They know what's on the line here. They don't want to have someone sneak up and somehow take the 3 seed from or the 2 seed from them, and fall to the 3. So I'm with you on that. I would love to see the Lions get an upset here because all season long we've been talking about how our boy, their head coach, we don't want to see him go,
Yep,
but
yep.
and he's got to win some games, and
This was a
he's
Hard Knocks team.
close. Yep.
This was the Hard Knocks team, man. We were high on them going into the season. It's Hard Knocks makes you do that sometimes. It's just like
It does.
they're in it though. They're in it. They're in the fight. They're in the fight for sure.
A competitive team for sure. Moving on to another division game. This one completely different with how things shaped up this past week with injuries and wins and losses. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, in the Berg. I think Pittsburgh's actually favored in this game too, which is crazy. Lamar Jackson, I'm assuming he's out. I don't know what the extent of his injury is or whatever, but I mean, that could change. But I'm on the Steelers here. If Lamar Jackson doesn't play, if he plays, I'm on the Steelers. I think the Steelers are the healthier team. I think they're finally starting to maybe not figure it out on offense, but their defense is keeping them in so many games. Like, I think they'll figure it out. Especially
I'm obviously on the Ravens here. I don't even care if Huntley. I mean, obviously Lamar Jackson's obviously an upgrade over Huntley, but Huntley is no slouch. I've seen him play very well in some games.
Yeah,
and I think with we'll see what the injury to Lamar Jackson is, but I think with a week's worth of ones, reps with the ones, I think he'll be fine. And I am fully on the Ravens, and that's my pick to win the AFC North. So I've got to stick to that. And I can't.
That's fair. That's a biased pick. I mean, I'm biased too.
It's a biased pick.
Yeah, because I'm the opposite. I mean, to refresh people,
we're fighting.
Yeah,
we're fighting for the over right now. I mean, it's the over under. This is it. I mean, it's creeping up. We got 4 weeks left. Like, what's going to happen? I mean, I need this team to go 2-2. So that's what I need.
I don't need that. I need them
to go 2-2.
I need them to win out. I want to see them win out.
They're not going to win out. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't know, man. As long as they don't make mistakes on offense, their defense keeps playing the way it is. Like, I think that will really, define them, especially in this game, because the Ravens' offense stinks. I mean, no running backs really healthy, no wide receivers healthy. Now your star quarterback isn't healthy, and yes, their defense is good, but how good can defense carry you? I mean, we saw this past weekend, especially how they played Denver so close. Like, Denver, a team with a good defense and no offense to speak of. Denver should have won that game. They really should have. So I think Pittsburgh's offense is better than the Ravens right now, and their defense is about the same. So that's why I'm also picking what I'm picking. And then, just to make things crazier, Holden, another AFC Divisional North matchup. AFC North Divisional matchup.
You okay?
Browns, Bengals, probably a little bit of water in a second here. Browns, Bengals in Cincy, in the jungle. Browns, big villain, back under center, second game back. How many points did he have for you in fantasy, Holden?
I believe he had 3 or 4. Not a great outing.
Wow.
Not a great outing.
Oh, that stinks. You hate to
it does
see
stink. It was not great. I mean, granted, I guess I could have used Rodgers, and I guess like Rodgers would have put it up like 10 for me. So I mean, like, I think I had a higher ceiling with the pick that I made, but he just couldn't get anything. He couldn't really get anything going. I mean, they still won the. Yeah, he probably did have a really good day. I had just cut him. He probably did have a pretty good day.
You know me. I'm just messing with you. I got to razz you a little.
I'm probably going to have to do the shotgun this week, so I'll put it that way.
I'll be interested to see if there's people who aren't as involved in our league, who, if they do it for the viewers and listeners at home, we've implemented a new rule. Lowest score that week has to do a shotgun of beer and post a video in our group chat. I was at this last week. I haven't shotgunned in, it almost felt like a year, but it was rough.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, I was surprised.
You did a good job,
though, right?
Yeah,
you still got it.
You did good. I do it once. I do it about once a week, so it was pretty.
I used to be a weeker. Yeah,
I enjoy it. Just maybe the occasional, maybe just before a game, you just pop one real quick and just let it go down. I mean,
before work, whatever.
Yeah, maybe after work, just celebrate. Hey, great day. Pop
That's
one.
True.
I might do one at the end of this pod. We'll see.
That would be lit. Is there a preferred beer that you prefer to shotgun over others?
typically I'd like a Coors Light. Don't know what it
That's a
is,
good
but
one.
I'll do anything Bud Light. It's just something light, obviously. I mean, I'm not shotgun no IPAs or anything. That was
Oh,
back
that
when I
would
was like
suck.
19.
That would just be so filling. Or like a Guinness, that'd be awful too.
Oh God, no.
Although people do chug Guinness, that's a big rugby thing and soccer thing. I'm
Yeah.
Michelob Ultra, in case you were wondering. I think that one is a very
Well,
shotgunnable
you did
beer.
it. You did it. Weren't you doing a Coors Banquet this week?
Yeah, it
Didn't you do a
actually went
Coors?
smoother than I thought.
I mean, that's a Colorado Kool-Aid. That's a heavier beer too. I mean, that's
I mean,
you
like a
knocked it down,
Budweiser.
bro.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny because I used one of those tools. I never used one of those tools before, and it's not normally the whole size I prefer. Yeah, I was like one of those, and it actually did pretty good. Actually, I guess it worked
So
well.
these things are nice for popping one, but I typically do like if you really want to get a good time, you need
Yeah,
a
yeah,
big
yeah.
hole. You know, because sometimes
Yeah.
those just it's too
Surface
small of a
area.
triangle. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just gotta is what it is. Sometimes
Mm.
it's all about just sometimes it's just a nice fluid. Doesn't sometimes it's not all about the time. You just want to get down as long as there's nothing left. That's all that matters, baby.
That is true. That's true. Clean cans only. Well, back to this here football game. Browns, Bengals. You know who I'm on. Partially biased pick. I can't stand the Browns. They're a trash organization right now. I'm on the Bengals. Bengals got a huge win. Gave Patrick Mahomes his first loss in November, which will tease it to another game. We'll talk about that fact later when we get to the Chiefs game. But I'm on the Bengals. They're playing well. Jamar Chase back. Offense is pushing. Defense is getting stops when they need to. I don't think the Browns can keep up with the Bengals' firepower, especially when not that the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals do need this division win because I believe the Ravens are still in first place.
They're tied. I think at both of them are 8-4.
Yeah,
I believe the tiebreaker goes to the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you are correct on that.
So yeah, both 8-4. I mean, it's a big division game for both teams.
Yeah.
So all four teams, but
it's true. But so I'm on the Bengals. Who are you on?
Yeah, I'm on the Bengals too.
Nice.
I know that this Browns team could eventually start getting some fluidity going with Deshaun and once he gets in the offense a little bit more, but I don't see it happening. He just looks so bad, and I can't pick. I just can't pick him. Like I just can't pick that team. And even Nick Chubb was held out of the end zone. Like that was kind of weird. It was a weird game.
Super weird.
And this Bengals team just knocked off the Chiefs, dude. And this Chiefs team is somebody that we are high on because it's the Chiefs.
Yes.
So you beat the Chiefs. I mean, you should be able to beat the Browns. Let's be real. So I think they're going to get a high from that. They're going to get confidence. They're going to feel good. And this is the AFC reigning champ. You don't want to see them get hot if you're in the AFC, but this team is obviously they've got good pieces. So I'm going to have them beat the Browns for sure. What's the line on that? Is there a line out on that?
I believe it was -6. I can double check for you real quick. Yep, -6 according to Yahoo. I think I do have that down. I have a question mark next to it because I want to take it. A, because I'm biased. B, I mean, they obviously covered last week, and like that was them as a dog, but they won outright. And I do think if you take away the Cleveland Browns, 3 defensive touchdowns, it's just like I don't think they really win that game, and it's just how lackluster the offense was. I think the fact that Deshaun was 50% completion, no touchdowns. I think maybe an INT.
He had an INT. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's just not going to cut it against a much better team than the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
But maybe it's a sucker's line. I don't know. Gives another week, whatever. But that's a weird one. Do you think the Browns can make a run? Because right now here it says they're 5-7.
So it looks like I think the Steelers are 5-7. They're 5-7.
They are,
and then both the other teams are 8-4.
That's so weird.
That's crazy.
That's really weird.
I mean, they could, but again, like I'm also setting things up. We have to play the Browns on January 1st. So I almost, it's like I picked up Deshaun just for trying to not get last place. I got one more week left.
You got to beat out Evan.
I gotta win one more game. I gotta win next week or else I'm last place. And that's the year was. But we'll see. We got one more week. But after that, like I could care less what Deshaun does because we got to play him, and I hope we bury him. Like I could care less. So
yes, dude. I want Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, all of them. Just sack party, man.
Just kill him. Exactly. Just kill him. Not in real life, just on the field.
On the
sure
field.
he's like Yeah, on the field, just kill them.
It's just interesting to look at their schedule and not to talk about this game, like over talk it. But I mean, because they have the Bengals, then they have another division game, Ravens, and then Saints. I mean, I guess in theory they would have to win out, and then they finish with the Steelers. I mean, y'all then the Steelers. So 5 games from 5-7 to doing quick math or whatever, 10-7. I guess that would put them in, but I think that's what they're looking at here, right?
I think it'd be really tough to do. I think it'd be really tough to do, especially against good teams. Like they won against a bad team. It's going to be tough to do against good teams. So
I mean, those are in theory. I mean, I don't want to say except Pittsburgh are all playoff teams potentially. I mean, the NFC South stinks that much, and we'll see tonight with Bucs Saints like just where that stacks up. But yeah, like Baltimore probably a playoff team, Washington probably a playoff team, and let's hope. So it's definitely not an easy pathway for them. But both on the Bengals, wow, we've agreed for everything except for one game. Look at us, bringing us to my game of the week, revenge game at home. Bills, Jersey Jets in Buffalo. Oh, I'm hype. You know I'm on this game. This is not going to be the same game. We are healthy. We're getting there. I mean, yes, we're missing Vaughn, but we're healthy otherwise. Trey White's playing more. Tremaine Edmonds is back. Matt Milano should be first-team All-Pro. If you're voting in the Pro Bowl, vote for him. He's having an insane year. I would almost argue Defensive Player of the Year, unless there's someone else you know better. But he is just sacks, forced fumbles, interceptions, tackles in the game. He's crushing it. I loved how we got James Cook going this past week. That kid, 100 all-purpose yards, especially in the screen game. We really don't have a lot of like short yards after catch plays, so it's good to see that there. So I'm all on the Jets. Mike White is nice, but this is not Minnesota. We're here for revenge. We're here to get another division dub here. You know I always take the spread. ESPN has it at 9. Yahoo has it at 9.5. Doesn't matter. I'm taking it. Yeah, go Bills.
Wow. Yeah, I'm on the Bills. I mean, it's not like I'm on the Jets. I mean, I think the spread could be. It could be.
It's a big number.
It's a division game. It's a division game. It's Mike White. You know, what did Garrett Wilson have 140 something yards last week?
Yeah,
this past yesterday. I mean, lot of yards. I could see. You know, I think Mike White is somebody who can be competitive. I mean, we've seen it before. I've seen games where he comes in and he did some things last year that were pretty good. I mean, we saw some last year. We've seen it this year a little bit. Bills are going to win. Could be a closer game. I think I heard somebody say James Cook? Yeah. James Cook's season just started. And I thought that was important because it was like, this guy's just getting going. He's just, and forget they have Nyheim Hines too. So you got a lot of weapons in that backfield to use, but like James Cook getting off to if you can have a rookie that can provide an impact like that and that kind of an impact this late in the season where it's, you know, you're going on to that playoff push. Like this is the playoff push. And then it's the playoff run. Yep. It's like, that's when you need these rookies and these guys to step up. And it's like, you can get that screen game working and let Josh run a little bit less and just let his young, fresh rookies do all the work.
Yep.
This team's that's scary. So, I mean, and he's got Cook blood. I mean, so you know what Dalvin's done in this league. Like,
and he's used to winning coming from Georgia off a championship. Like, he is a guy, he is probably not as fast as Nyheim Hines, but he has a good change of pace back, and he's just a smart runner. He knows when to slow it down, he knows when to speed it up. Reminds me a little bit of vintage Le'Veon Bell in that way.
Yep. So Bills are gonna win this game. They're gonna get revenge, and that's back-to-back division wins to put you guys, you know, keep you guys atop the AFC and just atop the division. So,
I mean, it's needed. We need it. We do control our destiny. We need this game. I think being at home helps. Also, fun fact: we are 8-0 this season. When Jordan Poyer plays, he did not play in that last game. So, read into that what you will. But either way, we're both on the Bills. Love that for us. Let's move it on to a really absolute crappy game. No other way to hide it. Texans-Cowboys in Big D. Texans had the second most points ever scored in the fourth quarter in NFL history this past Sunday. And I thought that was absolutely ludicrous and had no right to happen. Indianapolis was in that game all the way until the very end until they just absolutely crumbled.
Crazy.
I think they're 14-point favorites against this Texans team. Part of me is like, that's a pretty huge number, but this Texas team does suck, and somehow it seems the Cowboys are peaking. Whether it's false or not, I'm not really sure. So, Holden, you're partially biased, but just tell me what's going to happen.
I mean, the Cowboys are going to blow this team out. They just are. I mean, like, it's a big spread, but this team, I mean, granted, I could see something happen where there's the potential for, I don't know. See, even that, like, I was actually talking to our Cowboys insider earlier.
No way,
today,
Anthony?
Anthony Wise was talking to our Cowboys insider. I was kind of asking his, opinion on what happened, and he thinks, like, a lot of the times, like, when the Cowboys are up like that, he thinks they're trying things out, and this is an opportunity for the Cowboys to kind of try some things out and, like, see what works and what doesn't. And that's why they're able to put on these points, because it's like you're almost like, everybody's getting touches. Zeke's still getting touches late in the fourth quarter when they're already up. But it's like they're trying things, and it seems to be working. So, part of me thinks the Texans could cover this, but the other part of me is like, well, they're going to be up so much, and they're going to be trying things to see what works and what doesn't. And they've got so many weapons in the backfield to just score. It's a tough backfield to deal with. So
agreed.
I think the Cowboys win. I've accepted the Cowboys taking that 5th seed. Yeah. People talk that there's potential that could sneak up on the Eagles. I don't think that'll happen. But I mean, it could. It could.
It's not
but
impossible.
I just don't. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible. Let's be real.
But
Cowboys are going to get the 5th seed. They're going to win 11 or 12 games, and they're going to be. I think they're going to rout this Texans team. And I hope Micah Parsons grabs like 4 sacks on Kyle Allen. That would be sick.
That would be nice. I forgot. Did we bet him Defensive Player of the Year?
I bet him to lead the NFL in sacks.
I did too.
I bet him to lead the at plus 1,000. So
that was a good bet. Yeah, like that.
Great sprinkle
for sure. I don't want to overtalk this too much. I may put a bet on the Cowboys because they did look that good, and this Texas team did look that bad. But yeah, it's the Cowboys here. They're going to blow them out. They're in Jerry World. I think their goal is to just get up as much by they can, as early as they can, and just rest your starters, or just rest Dak, rest CeeDee Lamb. Seeing Michael Gallup get going yesterday, I think that was a huge missing part for their offense, and they're really starting to figure out this whole 2-headed back situation between Zeke and Tony Pollard, and that's kind of scary when you have 2 guys who can carry the rock and do a lot of things with the ball in their hands. So let's move on to a much more competitive game. A little bit of a head scratcher. I definitely think I already know your pick. I know mine as well. Eagles Giants battle the NFC beast. Eagles have a nice win against the Titans. It's got to be Eagles here. Whoa! Just totally ripped my headphones out of my ear. That was something.
You're 100% right, dude. You're 100% right. It's got to be Eagles. I need it to be the Eagles here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I need them to smack the Giants around, so that way when they come to FedEx a week later, they're not feeling good. They're tired, and it would set both of those teams up with the exact same record at 7-5-1. Which again, they've already flexed it to Sunday night. That would be a wild game. Like that's a wild spot to be in. Both teams same record, and then they tied 2 weeks before. I hope the Eagles smack them. I've said this a million times now, but I'm content with them winning the division and getting the 1st seed. And just, we played them in Philly and beat them. I'm not to say I'm not scared to play them again, but I know we've done it before. So if it happened again, I'd feel somewhat confident in being able to do it. So, yeah. I think it's Philly.
No, I'm totally with you, and that's what you need, and I'm totally with you. I mean, it's crazy that y'all don't buy this late. That is just nuts. But it's got to be the Birds, and you need to smack the Giants down. You need them to not feel confident going into next week. Since you don't have a game, I do want to say, for those who don't know, what was it, Deron Payne or Jonathan Allen on Twitter saying he would buy fans tickets because he's like, we need to play rocking. I love that. I love the guy. That's a good team guy. It's a good culture guy. You love to see that. I hope they pack FedEx out. And then
I think they will. I think this will be a very high, fun-filled, rockin' atmosphere. I think it's going to be one of those crazy games back from maybe even 2012 where RG3 was there and they were on this run. And people are just excited, which also scares me because I hope that doesn't make Dan Snyder want to hold on to the team longer. But,
That's what I was about to say. I don't know, you kind of want this to be a glimpse of what post Dan Snyder Washington will look like. Hopefully fans coming back, supporting the team, excitement, good times. Because it used to be a really great franchise, really proud franchise. And I think everyone would love to see them get some of their former glory back. Enough about that game. Golly, that was kind of our segue just to talk about Washington in a way, and I love that. That's Parsons Eyes, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Jags, Titans, Holden. Did the Jags have a chance of beating the Titans here?
Jags didn't look good. Titans didn't look really good.
I know.
I think the Titans the Titans just scare me more. They just do. I mean, this is a division game. It's kind of tough to say.
First time they played this season too.
Is it? Wow. So they played 2 times in 5 weeks then. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Titans. Just because I think they got more weapons, and I just think, well, not even so more. It's like I feel like Derrick Henry is almost like a 3-1 or a 2-1 almost. I put him because they really don't have a ton of weapons offensively, but I do think they've got a coach that's just been there longer and just been in that division longer. Yeah. And I think it means more to them than it does the Jags. So for that reason, I'm going the Titans. I don't know. I just feel like coming off a loss like that too, it stings, it hurts, especially a Vrabel guy and a Tannehill who's been in the league longer than a Trevor Lawrence. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird game to be honest. It's kind of weird for me to pick, but I'll take the Titans.
No, I'm with you because I have a soft spot. Me being partially biased, my girlfriend like spending time in Jacksonville and her family like living there, going to Jags games. Like I do like this young Jaguars team. I like Lawrence. I like Travis Etienne. Now I can finally say his name right. I do like Doug Peterson. But no, I'm with you. I think this Titans team is too experienced. I think this moment is a little too big for this Jags team right now. I think for them, it's almost a victory if they keep it close and if they're able to put up 21, 24 points, something like that. I think that's something that they can build off of because they know they're going to get year 3 of Trevor, year 3 of or year 2 of Doug Peterson. And this is not the end. They're still kind of trending up. Meanwhile, the Titans' moment of getting a championship kind of has faded into the sunset potentially.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. All right, let's move on to another really dumb game. You're going to tell me figure out the spread on this one because I do want to take it. I need someone to bring me back down to earth here, Chiefs, Broncos in Mile High. Chiefs are favored by -9, by 9 points. I want to take the Chiefs so bad here, Holden. I can't stand this Broncos team. I really I want to be inside that Broncos locker room. Is there
any way? Interesting. It would be interesting to be a fly on the wall after a game, especially a game that you lose by a point like that. And again, this team, if I'm not mistaken, this team has not put over 18 points. Over 18 points of total offense all year, if I'm not mistaken.
Oof.
To me, that's crazy.
You would be wrong, but I think their average for the year is like at 18 or below.
When did they score more than 18?
Against the Raiders, they scored 23, and they scored 21 on the Jags, and they scored. Yeah, that was it, just twice.
Okay, so just
that
twice,
is
just
insane.
Twice. All right. Still, like this team, I remember seeing that number maybe a little bit earlier in the season where they were like, if this team could just score at 18 points, they'd be a lot better. But it's just like this team has struggled. Their defense can hold teams. Their defense is doing enough to either just keep teams out of the end zone for that matter. Yeah. It's like their defense is okay, but it's like they cannot generate an offense. I don't think they're going to be able to stop. I think the defense is going to get a real test against a Patrick Mahomes-led team, especially Patrick Mahomes coming off of a loss. And Andy Reid in November just to me, it's just scary, and I wouldn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. So Chiefs heavy. It's a division game. It's tough. I'd probably just take the under because I don't think the Broncos could generate points. But Chiefs are going to win this game. And spread scares me just because it's a big spread.
It's lower over under too. It's 42.
Yeah, I'd probably take that because I mean, I could see the Broncos putting up like
3 points.
13, yeah, something like that, and then have the Chiefs put up like 21 or something like that, or 24.
I just really see this Chiefs team pulling off like 30, but I think you're right. I do have to give this Denver Bronco D a little bit of respect, because they have played well
Yeah,
all year and just not been bailing them out. In case you haven't checked the partially biased Instagram stories, I've been posting some memes about it today, so check those out. Those are pretty nifty. You're welcome. Homemade memes from me. I'm all on the Chiefs. I really wish I knew just how much this Broncos team, like the teammates, hates Russell Wilson. Like, I just really need to know how deep it goes. Because there's a lot of questions there. But I'm on the Chiefs. I think it's my lock of the week. I haven't used that term all year, but Pat Mahomes, off a loss. They cannot lose. I know they're not likely to, but they can absolutely not lose because they need to, for their sake, somehow try and catch the Bills, which, knock on wood, will not happen. So that being said, I'm on the Chiefs. I think they win big. I think they cover this easy. So moving on to a better game, still a weird game. Panthers no longer having Baker Mayfield on the roster, just teasing it to another team real quick. Rumors swirling of being tied to San Fran, but I don't know how much truth there is to that. I think Baker is still just not healthy, and I think that's more so what the move is. And I think that may, I don't want to say call it a career, but I think there are guys like Cam Newton. It's just like there's some guys who get so banged up they're never able to come back. But they're playing the Seahawks. Seahawks off a nice dub. Panthers off a bye though. I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm on the Hawks. I love this Panthers team, this Panthers D, but I think the Hawks find a way. Oh, I know what you're
yeah,
doing.
you're wrong. You're totally wrong.
Oh, God,
You're totally wrong.
So
it's
good.
definitely the Panthers here. It's got to be the Panthers. DJ Moore. I mean, they're coming off a bye week, if I'm not mistaken, themselves. DJ Moore, Deontay Foreman. I mean, this team with Sam Darnold has new life. They're still not out of the question at all in this horrible NFC South.
That's true.
So I am 100% on the Panthers. Shout out Tucker, our Panthers insider, who we need to get on the pod.
We do.
And yeah,
shout out Tucker.
Simple.
Shout out Tucker's grandma's
I need the Seahawks. Need the Seahawks to lose, and this is an opportunity for them to lose. And I need the Seahawks to lose NFC games too. So this is big.
It's true.
I'll be rooting for the Panthers very heavily this week while I am watching stress-free football.
Damn it, Holden. You done did it again. You done did it. I'm switching my pick. I'm switching. You know why? Because we just talked about how great this Denver D was. This Panthers team put up 23 in their last game. They're healthy. Sammy D's rolling. This Hawks team let off, I don't know how many points against a scrub busted LA Rams team.
That's what I'm saying. That's right.
It's Panthers.
It's the Panthers, baby. It's the Panthers. There's life there. Dude, they play for their boy, Steve Wilkes.
They do.
Play for their boy, Steve Wilkes, dude.
They're nice.
There's talks about him returning, dude.
That's crazy. Plus 3.5. That's nice. So you get the hook if they only lose by 3. I like that a lot.
Close spread.
I love that.
Vegas thinks it's going to be close.
I think so. Well, all right. So we're both on the Panthers now. That's awesome. I think it's the first flip we've had in a while. Here we go. 3 games left, bud.
It's true.
Yeah. Bucks, Niners. Tom Brady going back to play his hometown team. Niners in free fall, losing Jimmy G for the year with a broken foot. I feel bad for him because wasn't this a contract year for him? Technically, he had a bunch of incentives and.
Technically, it was.
It's a bummer. Wonder if I'm sure we'll see him back, but I mean, you only have so much life, in this league, at this level. Someone
especially coming off a broken foot at that age.
I mean, it's a good thing he's not a mobile
absolutely.
guy. But I don't want to say how much can a broken foot, get you. It's not like an ACL or something, which he already had. Yeah. Am I crazy to pick the Niners here? Like, do I just not care?
Yep.
I'm crazy.
You're crazy.
I mean, dude.
I will tell you this. the 49ers
Their defense is so
they just
good.
activated Josh Johnson to their 53. Their defense is good and they have plenty of weapons, and all they really need is a manager at quarterback to
Yeah.
let that offense eat. They've got so many
Yeah.
weapons. You could put Taylor Heineke on that team, and
Oh,
that
he would
team
look so
be,
good on that team.
I mean, yeah, you could put anybody in there, I think, because
Yeah.
that's the thing is like this team has so many weapons. However, in my opinion, it's Tom Brady in December, in first place in his division. I think he knows what's up. I think he knows that this is a team that slept on him. And I'm not betting against the GOAT this late in the season. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I just need to see how
I'm
he
not
does
going to do it.
tonight.
I'm
I
just
need to
not.
see how he does against the Saints. Then, like,
I don't even need to see that. I don't even need to see that. I just know that I also need this 49ers team to lose, right? I just
they're
need
not number
all
one in
these.
the NFC West.
I need the NFC. They are currently number one in the NFC West.
Okay.
They are. But it's those two teams. It's Seahawks and 49ers.
That's true.
It's those two teams that
they're very close.
And we play them after we play the Giants. So it's like I kind of just want them to get smacked around a little bit. It's just, again, this is all set up. This is all setups for late in the season.
All
so
setups, baby.
I'm rooting against the Giants. I'm rooting against the Seahawks. I'm rooting against the 49ers.
Man.
There's too much on the line for me. I need those teams to start dropping a couple because those games are going to mean a lot when we play them in a few weeks.
No, I agree. I'm fully with you there. Just that being said, no, I'm on the Niners. I think they find a way. I know it's Tommy B. I know it's touchdown Tommy, but this Niners team is just good. Like, they beat a really, I don't say a really good Miami team, but a decent Miami team. I'll give them some credit. Like, and I'm with you. I think it doesn't matter who's under center. You could put Chris McCaffrey and just run Wildcat, and I think somehow they would make it work. Like, who knows? Who cares? But I'm on the Niners. You're on the Bucks. The battle for the Bays. Which Bay? You tell me. Teasing to a crazy AFC matchup here. Both potentially playoff teams. Both coming off losses, I believe, tough losses. Dolphins, Chargers in LA. Holden, should I be partially biased here?
Oof. You definitely should. Your record's good enough. And I'll do it with you because I'm already screwed, so I might as well, right?
I don't know.
This is actually a tough one because it's like this.
Right?
This Chargers team is so weird. It's like every year they're supposed to be so good, and they just are always mediocre.
It's like
their
Herbert took a step back,
and I don't get it.
Nah.
What the heck, man? People had Herbert as the MVP this year. It's
did.
weird. I don't get it.
No.
But Tua also got hurt, I believe, in this game too. So I don't know the extent of his injury.
I don't either. I know it's like really.
I'm gonna take the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chargers. I think the Chargers are gonna find. I think that even though the speed and Tyreek Hill. I mean, Tyreek Hill is also putting up insane numbers too. So
yeah.
Jalen Waddle got hurt too. So that could be. I don't know how the extent of his injury as well.
Still huge. Still a factor. We're factoring.
I saw Herbert on 4th and 12 roll out, hit Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen kind of came alive in this game too.
He did. Took
against
him a while,
the Raiders. Granted, it was a loss. It was close. Took him a solid while to get that over 5.5 receptions that I mashed late in the day. Finished with 6 on the touchdown grab was beautiful.
Love that. Love that.
I mean, I hope for our insider Jamal's, mental health that they find a way to win because this is huge for them. I mean, they're 6-6 right now. They have to start winning.
Yep.
If they want a shot at getting into the playoffs, they have to start winning. And it starts this week against,
especially with a winnable schedule. I mean, they finish with Titans, Colts, Rams, and then Broncos.
Very winnable.
Very winnable.
Very winnable. Aside from that even that Titans game is, you never know, but like those last 3 teams that you just rattle off are like, you can go win right there. So I'm gonna start it off with a win against. Is that the Sunday night game?
It is.
Yeah, that's gonna be a prime timer. Austin Eckler in prime time. I mean, that's Austin Eckler anytime touchdown written all over it. So
I'm with you.
We're gonna go. Chargers.
You know
Chargers.
me, I'm partially biased.
Bolta.
Outside of that, I think this means more to the Chargers. Like Miami can lose a game or two and probably still make the playoffs as a wild card. They can win the
For sure.
division. I really hope they don't. But like this Chargers team needs to get every single win. They know they're not getting the division. They know they just have to somehow sneak in and just have a chance. Just have a chance. So I'm on the Bolts. I love seeing the Dolphins lose. That's my thing. I'm into that. So and yeah, so I'm very much into that for sure. So go Bolts, and we need someone for our friend Jamal for sure. All right, Holden, let's wrap it up here. Monday Nighter. This is a crazy one. Patriots, Cardinals. Cardinals off a bye. Pats absolutely dismantled after that. Some are saying embarrassing loss to the Bills. Just kneeling it out, not even trying to, make a game of it towards the end with 3 timeouts. I'm on the Cardinals. I love them. I love teams off a bye. I think D-Hop is just going to cause issues. Hopefully they get Marquise Brown back. James Conner still putting up numbers.
He was already back.
Even better. But even another week just to have him a little healthier, So I'm fully on the Cardinals. It's one of my best bets. I'm fully there. Where are you at?
I am 100% on the same page. Again, I mean, I know I say I'm rooting against NFC teams, but this is an NFC team that doesn't – they don't scare me yet.
They need a lot.
I might be rooting against them here in the future, but they do need a lot in that division. So they're not quite there yet. So I'm going to I think they're the better team. I just do. Regardless of what the record says, I think Kyler Murray is just so much harder to defend for a Bill Belichick off defense. And I think I need to catch up on some HBO in-season Hard Knocks. But this team, I do need to Buda Baker is not having this. Buda Baker is tired of losing. He's tired of it. He is tired of it. So I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win in a primetime stage. And, like you said, I mean, D-Hop, Marquise Brown, James Conner.
They have
Zach Ertz for the year does hurt, but they do. I mean, this was a team that has aspirations to make a playoff run. People really have them in that spot. So
they do, and I'm just looking here right quick. I mean, they do have one more division game against the Niners. Like, I don't want to say it's impossible for them. They're not eliminated yet. They're still playing for something. I think you need to have that after that big commitment to Kyler this past offseason. It's necessary. Real quick before we get into the best bets, I do have one question since we're talking about the Patriots. I don't know. I'm sure you saw the rumors that there's a chance that Tom Brady reunites in New England with his old head coach, Bill Belichick. What do you think the odds of that are? Is it a good idea, a bad idea?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think when you got Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, and even you could argue Tua and this Dolphins team that are just playing well. It's like, I mean, this whole division is kind of good. Like, I mean, if you're Tom, some could say there's a competitor in him that wants to, but like, do you want to do that and go to the AFC? Like, the NFC is a much more winnable feat, I think, right now. It's like, I would just stick where I am, or maybe you go to San Fran. Maybe
that'd be cool.
If you thought on a 1 or 2 year thing, but
play for your childhood team.
Man. Play if that's something you want to do, like something you want to live out your dream and play with a really good roster that's already kind of put in place. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to go to the AFC East. I mean, that seems like a really tough feat to do. And when you're that old and you've got all these young defenses flying around, it's like, do you want to risk that? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but if you're that old and you've been around for that long, it's like, I'm looking for the best, safest, easiest route to just keep stacking rings.
I want the Broncos. That's what you're looking for.
I want the most set roster, and I want the easiest route to get there, because I know, hey, I can beat this team. That's what I'm saying. He went there and he was like, hey, this division, there's no Drew Brees. There's this Falcons team's garbage. This Panthers team's garbage. Yeah. I mean, he ran right. They ran right through there and then went to the playoffs and won. So it's just like, if I were him, I wouldn't. I mean, honestly, he could stay in Tampa for another couple of years and still do pretty solid. I mean, again, he's winning this division at 5-6. That should tell you enough right there. So
I know, and like, I'm just trying to figure out how much is on him versus how much is on the team. So It's just weird. It is weird, and I'm with you because like
It's
it's not like
weird.
this Patriots team is a piece away. I mean, I think their offense is so inconsistent and lackluster. And yes, I know they have cap space, and yes, they probably have picks, but I think you need more than
So
that.
that's the thing there. That's the thing there is if he did go there, many people would follow. So
Mm.
that's the thing right there. It's like it's the Tom Brady effect. Where Tom goes, people will follow, and it people will go discount. There will be hometown discounts for Tom. There will be people flowing in there and saying, "Hey, I'll take
True.
whatever." That will happen. So
That's crazy. All right, cool. I just want to get your thoughts on that. But anyway, best bets. Tell me what you got.
all right.
Looking
Well,
for
Washington's
locks.
not playing this
I
week.
know.
We're looking for locks. All right. So I will take. I'm going to take Panthers plus the what was it?
Ooh, I
Three and a
think
half.
yeah.
I'll take the Panthers plus 3.5. I'm going to take. I'm going to take an Austin Eckler anytime TD. Got to take it this week.
Yep.
It's too big a matchup on Sunday Night Football. Just got to take it. Have to. I'll take. I'll take. I'll take the Cowboys spread.
Wow,
Minus
that's
14.5.
I do like
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna
I
take
like
that. Yeah, let's take that. And then we'll take an underdog for the win. We'll take. Give me a couple underdogs. I'll take the Vikings. Plus 100, right?
Yeah,
Plus 100.
That's true.
That's an underdog. Take the
That is.
Vikings. Vikings on the money line. There you go.
Okay, I love that. Love that a lot. That's one of my best picks as well. I'm on the Bills -9. Give me Stephon Diggs over. He's been playing real well. I think we're gonna go to him a good amount. He's just a stud of studs. I'm half tempted to take either James Cook's rushing over or Devin Singletary's. I'm kind of into that. Or just make a parlay of all their minimums and just it'll probably hit. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm into that. Definitely Buffalo. Let's keep it a Buffalo spread and Diggs over on yards. I'm into that. Arizona plus 1.5. I think they get it done. Kansas City. I think Pat Mahomes doesn't lose twice in November.
Ooh, I like Arizona. I like Arizona.
You like Arizona? Do you want to switch that out?
I'll add
That's
that.
a dog. You'll add it?
No, I'm going to add the plus 1.5. I'll take the plus 1.5. No, I'm taking the money line. Just throw me the money line.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Two dogs this week. Two dogs.
Double dog
2 dogs
week.
this week.
Hot dog. Hot dog. I'm dying. It's just dry in here. Cincinnati -6. Yeah, that's a partially biased revenge pick. I think they just flat out smoke them. And then I'll take the Vikings money line as well. I was going to take them +1, but once there's going to play the +1 in money line, really.
Might as well just take them money line.
Yeah, I'm not getting a hook there. So yeah, just take them. So
no, just take it. Just take it.
Just take it. So that's sick. Anything else for the folks at home, Holden?
It's bye week this week. We're just gonna lay low, relax, and set ourselves up for a huge Sunday night matchup. And I am freaking out already. You best believe I'm losing sleep over it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be nuts. And whoever wins that game, we got unfinished business.
Yeah.
We finish with a tie. That's all I have to say. I'm freaking out, but it's gonna be awesome.
Dude, I'm with you. Oh, damn. Well, let's hope the Bills just go ahead and finish strong. It rolls through us. Let's be the master of their own fate. Let's make them come to us and beat us on our home turf. I think just seeing that on the big screen hopefully is a win enough. That's cool to see in my lifetime. That hasn't happened in my lifetime. So just seeing that on top of hopefully a championship would be very, very cool. So shout out to our loyal fans. We love you. Like, subscribe, share. Hope you win all your best bets. Love you, Holden. Love you guys.
Love you, brother. Cheers.
Cheers.